Hello, good evening and welcome to the Virtual Racers Club. We're going live for the final of the Super GT season. It's round 10 and we are at the Nürburgring 24. My lord, this is exciting stuff. The table couldn't be as close as it is going into this last round, but I believe Racer Brown needs a bit of luck in his side. So we'll look at that championship. We're doing a one-off race. It's not going to be split in your 3-lap qualifier. It's not going to be race 1. It's not going to be race 2. It's just one goddamn race. And there is triple points up for grabs for this round. But looking at the table, Anton Puika leading the championship on 241 points. Then in second is Racer Brown on 236 points. So he's 5 points behind. He needs to, Racer Brown needs to win this race, and he needs Anton Puika to finish around at least, I don't know, third, maybe fourth. I'll check out the point system. You get 15 points for a win, and it's a point each. So the winner's going to get 45 points. But second place is going to get, oh God, I don't know. It's only going to be 3 points behind that. So yeah, Racer Brown will need Anton Puika to finish at least third to make sure he is champion. And Anton Puika, he just has to finish ahead of Racer Brown. And we've seen him do that many times this season already. So all the pressure really is on Racer Brown for this race. But it is the Nürburgring 24 with 170 corners. So it's you know, anything can happen from this point onwards. In the stream, Racer Brown already saying, hello, this is a treat. How are we? I am good. And Home Sigali saying, best of luck to Anton and RB. So the championship, Anton Puika leading on 241 points. Racer Brown in second on 236 points. Shiren in third on 210 points. Guesty is fourth on 193 points. Homesick Alien fifth on 156 points. Kale is sixth on 134 points. Joker seventh on 110 points. Uncle B eighth on 110 points. Trivs G is ninth on 96 points. Bunny is 10th on 75 points. JOO Pace is 11th on 71 points. Noxie is 12th on 67 points. Turtle is 13th on 64 points. Electric is 14th on 63 points. GT Racer is 15th on 40 points, as is Rizzler the Roller in 16th on 40 points. Digital Blasphemy 17th on 33 points. Rido is 18th on 30 points. Matt Psycho 19th on 25 points. Liam Anfield 20th on 12 points. And Get Handicapped is on 21st on 8 points, but he hasn't really, the bottom few haven't been in this season. Only a couple of rounds at least. So yes, like I said, it's a tight one between the two contenders at the top. And we're at the Nürburgring 24. The length of track is 15 miles, 0.769. There's 170 corners. There is a free choice between all the tyres, super soft, soft, medium and hards. And there is no qualifying. They're going to start reverse championship order. And I've got it written down here, but I don't know who's attending and who's not. But Rizzler the Roller should be on pole. Electric in second. Turtle in third. Noxie starting fourth. JOO Pace starting fifth. Bunny starting sixth. Trivs GG starting seventh. Uncle B starting in eighth. Joker starting ninth. 10th for Kale. But I think we've seen Kale's PlayStation died. So I don't think he's going to be making it. Homesick Alien starting in 11th, Guesty starting in 12th, Shiren in 13th, 14th for Racer Brown, and 15th for Anton Puika. But like I said, they're not all attending, I'm pretty sure. We'll have a quick run through before it starts. I mean, we're 1 minute past the 8 o'clock, so I imagine it's going to be starting pretty soon. Racer Brown asking if we're ready, and let me just get involved, because I do like to let them know I'm still here. Not just a voice in the background. There you go. So there is Shiren, the Russian sensation. He'll be looking to get, what, ahead of Homesick Alien? Or is he already ahead of Homesick Alien? I mean, with treble triple points on triple points on the table there. Some people could do some shifting around, like Uncle B and Jokus. They're joint on 110. Yeah, no, Shiren, he's ahead of all of them. So it'll be a Guesty and maybe Homesick trying to find a way past, but Homesick a little bit further back there. But Shiren running in third in this championship. I don't think there's much chance of him catching up the leaders, but he has got Guesty breathing down his neck, so he'll be wanting to finish ahead of Guesty. There's Electric out there in his Nissan. They used the Group 2 2016 Challengers. That's the Lexus, the Nissan, and I believe there is a lone Honda. The Pink Piggy is out there. Guesty in the pits with the best livery this season. There is Homesick in his gorgeous looking Nissan. Turtle out there in his Gulf liveried Nissan. Racer Brown in the VRC colours. And there we go, we've got 10 contenders this evening around here, the longest track in the GT Sport game. And this is going to be a challenge for all that take part, and it's going to be rather exciting. Show your support by hitting like, and if you aren't subscribed to our YouTube, get subscribed. You don't want to miss a moment's racing. In the chat then, Marcio saying greetings, the awesome Green Hell, good race guys. And Mama Homesick saying evening thingy, having a night off work, just a half a night. As soon as this race is finished, I've got to rush off and get to work. So if there's a little sadness near the end of the race, you'll know why. Here we go, they're lined up then, Electric on pole. We're waiting for the green lights are showing, and we're away for an hour and a half of racing here at the Green Hell. And Turtle takes the lead from Electric in his Nissan. Turtle edging forward, but here comes the Honda around the outside, and oh my God, we've had a bit of a... Oh, that's going to be a red flag, surely. I don't know, though. No one's called a red flag yet. Guesty's moved up nicely. Homesick Alien's moved up. Noxie, Anton Poika, Racer Brown. It's only really affected Shiren and Trivs GG further back there in 10th place. And it doesn't look like anyone's made a call. So Electric, in the malaise of all of that, has retaken the lead from Turtle on his super soft tyres, heading on around. I don't know the corners, don't even pressure me. So, and Turtle, he's gone for super softs. Uncle B has gone for softs, and he's up into third already, ahead of Guesty, who's also on those soft tyres. Anton Poiko making great moves there, already up into fifth, ahead of Homesick Alien. Racer Brown in seventh. Remember, Racer Brown has to finish ahead of Anton Poika and then some. He's got through past Homesick. I imagine Homesick possibly didn't really defend that one too strongly, as they are teammates. Although Homesick looks like he's coming back, so possibly he is racing. But Electric so far nearly a second ahead of Turtle as they come around. And there is Uncle B in the lone Honda, under pressure from Guesty. Guesty's got a wiggle on in his Lexus, but he gathers her up. And Guesty... Oh, and so did Anton Poika get a wiggle on there. And Racer Brown trying to get the moves on Anton Poika already. And remember, Racer Brown needs a bit of luck. He needs to finish ahead of Anton, but he needs Anton to finish a couple of places down. If Anton finishes just behind Racer Brown, then it's Anton's championship. And at the moment, Anton doing an absolutely stand-up job there in fifth place, staying ahead of Racer Brown for now. Oh, Anton had a little off. They're trying to get around Guesty. Guesty's having a moment. Guesty's having a bit of an issue. He's lost a couple of places. Homesick Alien and Shiren all trying to get past the Lexus, but no, Shiren doesn't quite get through. But Homesick Alien managed it. This is a crazy track. Electric so far, then 3.5 seconds. Uncle B's up into second. Anton's going for the Honda move on the Honda. Let's get on board with Racer Brown so we can see this action. Oh, and the Honda just getting in the way, and Racer Brown does not want to let Anton Poika get too far ahead, but he's stuck behind that Pink Piggy Honda at the moment, and I don't know where we lost Turtle to, and he's through. Oh dear, oh no, I think he thinks there was a bit of contact between him. It looked like lag between him and Uncle B, and he's having to slow down. He's waiting for Uncle B. And this really isn't what Racer Brown needed in this championship. And Uncle B probably would have been quite understanding to let Racer Brown go. And he's not really speeding. Oh, now Racer Brown's had a spin while he's waiting. Oh my word, this is not what Racer Brown needed as Turtle and Noxie go through. And now Racer Brown has got a humongous hill to climb. A massive green one. So, Electric still leading, but only by 1.3 seconds. Here comes Anton Poika. And it looks like it's going to be a slam dunk for the Finn here at Green Hell. But like I said, anything could happen at this track, as you've seen already. Racer Brown having issues. And Sharon there up into third, Homesick Alien in fourth, Guesty in fifth, Trivs GG in sixth, Turtle up into seventh now, Racer Brown in eighth. He's lost Uncle B. I think Uncle B must have had another off. And Racer Brown, he's got it all to do. He's 4 seconds behind Turtle, but 25 seconds behind Electric. Meanwhile, Electric is being caught by Anton Poika, on board with Anton Poika. It's such a tight track. There's not really anywhere to overtake here. And you've got to really put your balls on the line if you try and make a move, because you touch that grass and you're a spinner for sure. So Anton Poika has got to pick his moment very carefully. He's there sitting right up the chuff of Electric. He's waiting for a sharp corner, I imagine, to try and late break it up the inside of Electric, and he just can't. Electric under amazing pressure right now, with the championship leader sitting right behind him. And this is some scary stuff. And I thought Electric ran wide then, but he did not. And Anton Poika 3.2 seconds ahead of Sharon at the moment. They get to the carousel. I know that corner, probably the only one. And Anton Poika looking poised to take the Season 2 championship. We've still got an hour and 24 minutes of racing, but it's not looking too hopeful for Racer Brown, sitting back there in 7th. Uncle B's just moved up to 8th, ahead of Noxie, as we're on board. And there's super speeds in these Super GT cars. How their reaction. Oh, it looks like Anton Poika was having a look at Electric then. And at least this may be working out for Racer Brown, that Anton Poika isn't getting to stretch his legs. He's not getting what he wants. He caught up Electric very vastly, so you would assume that the Finn is carrying a lot more speed than Electric out there in the lead. But like I said, there isn't really many opportunities to get by. It's a very tight, very twisty track. And Electric being the doorstop, and there we go. He's gone for it. He's up and he's gone. So Anton Poika found the place, he found the space, and he's got past Electric, and now he is just going to try and run and hide. Electric down into second spot, trying to maintain that pace that Anton Poika is carrying. Sharon closing the gap to Electric by nearly a second. Then we have Homesick Alien in 4th place. And we've got Guesty in 5th. And then we've got Trivs GG in 6th. Racer Brown in 7th. He's some 7 seconds behind Trivs. And we saw Trivs having an absolute awful start, but he's gained a few positions so far. Uncle B is only 8/10 in his lone Honda behind Racer Brown. Then we have Turtle some 11.5 seconds behind him, and 4 seconds behind him in his Lexus DHL is the Noxie. But so far Anton Poika, he's pulled out 1.5 seconds on Electric, showing what great pace the Finnish driver has. He really is special. Sharon trying to close that gap to Electric, sat on board with the Nissan driver, the Russian sensation, as he tries to close the gap to the Irishman. And can he do it? Behind him he's got Homesick Alien, nearly 7 seconds. Oh, that just dropped to nearly a second, so Guesty's got by. I think Homesick Alien must have had an issue there. He's just dropped a position. So Guesty up into 4th place. Some 7 seconds behind the Russian sensation. He's caught up with Electric, back on board with the Nissan driver as he tries to close the gap to Electric, who's done a fabulous job at the moment. They're into the second lap. They've made it once around, not too many offs, and Electric, standing up to the fin, has held his head high on that lap. He's done a great job. I can't even stay on the track for one lap here at the Green Hell, as they're on the actual GP track at the moment. Going up the hill, and there you see Shiren getting a bit of a slipstream, going for a break, but no, it's not there. Round the left hand, but Electric a little late on the brakes, but he's got back onto the track. We're still on the GP track at the moment, and there we see Shiren going for the move up the side. They're side by side, coming down the short straight. Oh, a little bit of contact there between Electric and Shiren. Electric just dips behind as they go by the chicane on the original GP track, and then they're back on to the Norderschleife. And Anton 4.5 seconds ahead at the moment. Unstoppable speed here from the Finnish driver. And the next question is really about fuel and tyres. The tyres look like they're lasting quite well. They changed the fuel and the tyre settings just for this race because of the length of the track, because they didn't want guys running out of fuel and ruining their tyres just 1 or 2 laps into it. And their Guesty in a solid 4th, pulling away from the Alien. And this is probably not common ground for most of these guys. You don't really practice much on the Green Hell. It doesn't come up too often, so it's always a little bit of a newish track for most drivers. Trivs GG only 2... Oh, Racer Brown's got past Trivs GG, I apologise. So Racer Brown gaining a position already. He's 12 seconds behind the Alien. Uncle B in 8th spots. In the lone Honda, the Pink Piggy, trying to gain some ground on the South African ahead of him. Turtle dropping back, but Noxie is catching up the Turtle. He's 3 seconds behind him. He was 4.5, so he's gaining ground, is Noxie, in his DHL Lexus on the Gulf Nissan. And this is gonna be a spectacular race up and down the field, but it looks like Anton just wants to get the job done. He's out there in the leads. And really, Racer Brown, I just can't see him being able to do anything. It's nearly already 28 seconds behind the Finnish driver. And it looks like, I mean, we've still got an hour and 18 minutes, hour and 19 minutes to go. You never know. It's hard to say. But Anton Poika blasting away out there in his Nissan. And, I mean, it's electric. He's got lightning all over that Nissan livery, and it's because he is a lightning. Anton the Lightning Finn, absolutely blazing a flame around here at the Nürburgring, with Shiren chasing him down, already losing, dropping seconds. He was 3.5 seconds, was he not, behind Anton Poika? Now 5.3 seconds. He's pulled a good 5 seconds out on Electric though. Electric just not managing the pace that those two ahead of him are getting. And Guesty, can Guesty close that gap on Electric? He's got Homesick Alien very close behind. Let's get on board with the Alien as he makes his way around. And it's just a track where you can't have a second to think. It's corner after corner, as you can see. I think there's one really long straight where you can have a bit of a break, but other than that, your eyes are on stalks, because it's not a track you can memorise. I mean, there is people out there probably have memorised this track, know it off by heart, but it's a tough track to remember all the way around. So the drivers have to be on their guard all the way around here. Oh, and you can see that Nissan just wobbling through some of the corners. They're very unbalanced. It's up and down. The gradient of the track is very hilly, very wobbly, very bumpy, so it's a struggle for them. You want to stay right on that little tilt there to keep the car. If you go up, you've got a good chance of hitting the barrier. But you can see now Homesick Alien 5/10 behind Guesty in the Lexus, trying to keep the Lexus straight and in front of the Alien, but the Alien is closing that gap. He's a little bit faster than the Lexus at the moment. Oh yes, he's really caught him up in that corner. Beautiful style from Homesick Alien. Oh, and Lexus on the grass. The Lexus is on the grass, but he maintains. Like I said, there's not much opportunity for overtaking around here. Homesick Alien, he's only a few corners away from that very, very long straight, and you can see that Guesty is really struggling to keep that car in between the two white lines at the moment. Homesick Alien is possibly going to wait for the straight, try and slipstream Guesty down that long straight to get ahead of him. So looking very good. Anton Poyka still leading from Shiren. Electric in third. We're looking at Guesty from Homesick Alien's point of view. And behind Homesick Alien, you've got Racer Brown, who's lost a bit more time. He's lost another 4 seconds to Homesick Alien. He must have had a bit of a moment. That's the mini carousel. As you have... Oh, and now Homesick Alien's gone a little wide. That gives Guesty a bit of breathing space just before this long straight that I was speaking of. That was the straight I imagine Homesick Alien was going to try and make the manoeuvre. Oh, and it looks like electric. Is that electric, or is it just a... I thought there was a car down there with Guesty. There is another car there. It must be someone getting lapped. Where is Guesty? No, it's electric. They've caught electric up. And my word, Guesty now, he's the one getting the slipstream down the straight, getting the move done on electric. And that's pretty much what Homesick probably wanted to do to Guesty. But he went a little wide just before the straight. They're side by side. The cars are topping out, but Guesty just manages to get himself ahead of electric, and electric has lost it in the corner. Where's Homesick Alien? Homesick Alien coming around, and he gets ahead of electric. Electric now, he's 27. Oh, Racer Brown's lost even more time. Racer Brown's having an absolute mare of a lap on this lap too. Trivs GG 7 seconds behind Racer Brown. Uncle B, he's dropped, he's 2.7 seconds behind Trivs. Noxie's got himself ahead of Turtle, who must have had a massive off, because he's 40 seconds now down on Noxie. Unbelievable stuff then. So Anton Poyka 7.6 seconds ahead of the Russian sensation, who looks solid. And oh, Racer Brown's gone in. Racer Brown has gone in, but I don't know if that was an accident or not. He's got... his tyres look good. His fuel looks okay. So an interesting pit stop. Trivs GG then moves ahead of Racer Brown. Noxie further down the road. He's going to get ahead of Racer Brown. And this is a very interesting strategy from Racer Brown, unless he's had enough already and he's parked it. I doubt that though. Racer Brown, a tenacious driver. He probably doesn't know, doesn't believe it's over until that checkered flag. But at the moment, Anton Poyka doing a stand-up job out there in the lead. Shiren trying to chase him down, just doesn't have the pace though. Look at that, a 7:28.2 from Anton Poyka last lap around. Shiren managing a 7:33, some 5 seconds slower than the Finnish driver. Guesty a 7:37, so you can see that the lap times are very varied. Homesick Alien a 7:36.3. He'll be trying to catch up Guesty again, but oh no, oh my, I'm going to stop coming to Homesick. It looks like I'm causing him dismay. The commentator's curse, as they call it. There is electric. He's 6 seconds behind Homesick, but he'll close that up a little bit from Homesick, having a little nudge with the barrier and breaking that front diffuser for a short while and losing a little bit of downforce on the front of his car. And then we've got Uncle B up into 6th. He's 30 seconds behind electric. Electric there in 5th place. Electric though is looking a bit more ragged now. The tyres are starting to go away a little bit. He's still got plenty of grip on those tyres, but not as grippy as when they started, I imagine. Trivs GG in 7th. Noxie in 8th with Racer Brown. He's gone for racing hards. Maybe he's going for the long stint, hoping maybe a different strategy will help him out in this race. But he's gone for hard tyres, full tank of fuel. It'll be interesting to see what sort of lap times he's going to do. Noxie at the moment on those super softs with half a tank of fuel, just ahead of Racer Brown. Mama Homesick saying, come on, Homesick. And, yeah, Racer Brown changing his strategy totally at the moment. Anton Poyka, though, 8 seconds leading from the Russian sensation. Shiren in second place. Guesty there in third. 13 seconds behind the Russian. 4.5 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien, who's back on his way again. I don't want to linger too much on him, just in case I'm the one that's making him go off somehow. Electric down into fifth now, the leader of this race from the beginning. Held on to it for a good couple of laps. Done an absolute super job. And we are now 20 minutes into this race. Uncle B holding on to that 6, 30 seconds behind Electric, 6 seconds ahead of Trivs. Triv GG, he's 7.5 seconds ahead of Noxie. Noxie still ahead of Racer Brown at the moment. Racer Brown, the only man to pit out there. He'll be wanting to get on with this race as quickly as possible. He's already 1 minute and 18 seconds behind the leader. Pat in the chat saying RB will still have to do another 3 laps on the soft tyre compound he started on, though. Or has that minimum distance rule been changed for this race? I believe it has. I believe that's not the case. It's a free choice. It's a free choice, and I think it says in the Discord rules that they don't have to use all the tyres. Or maybe I thought it said that it was just a free choice. I'll go back to Discord and have a look. See, it says super soft, super soft, soft, medium and hard. Free choice. Note that I have adjusted the settings for the final, so I'm not sure. I can't see anything about a tyre rule for this final race, but possibly, yeah, maybe they do have to use all 4 tyres. But I can't see that they're going to make them do 5 laps on a tyre. I mean, we're only 3 laps in and already 20 minutes of the race done. If they used all of the tyres, that's probably the whole race. But yeah, I'm not sure. That's one you might have to... The last race will be 1.5 hours, free choice of tyres and no qualifying. The reverse grid and 3 times points on offer. So I don't think they have to use all the tyres. I don't think they have to use the tyres for any kind of minimum time. It's just a race and it's free choice. So I'm saying no. I'm saying if they want to use the super softs all the way, that's how I interpret the rules written down. And I may be wrong, but it looks to me, I think Racer Brown has just gone for hard so he can do a very long stint. Probably doing a bit of fuel saving. Maybe turn the Nissan engine down a little bit and see if he can strategically do something in this race. He's already got past Noxie. We missed that, I apologise. Noxie having a big one with the barrier, but he's got 1 minute ahead of Turtle, so he's all good there. And Racer Brown making his way around, still on the outlap. Triv GG is 12 seconds ahead of no, he's 1.8 seconds. I apologise, and he's had an off as well. This is how difficult this track is. It's a real struggle, and Racer Brown is up already 2 positions after his pit stop behind Uncle B. So he's slowly making his way back through the field. Anton Poyka, meanwhile, though, 18 seconds ahead of Shiren. Looking absolutely solid. He's got half a tank of fuel. His super softs don't even look like they've touched the track too much. And he's 3 laps in, just starting his 4th lap. And we've got 22 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. Cracking stuff so far from Anton Poyka. A formidable driver. Shiren doing an awesome job also as he crosses the line. to start his fourth lap, a 7:40. So he's 10 seconds behind, lost on that lap alone from Anton. That's how strong Anton is doing in this race. Guesty, he's only 7.5 seconds behind. He did a 7:36, so he was like 4 seconds faster than Shiren on that last lap. Homesick Alien, a 7:38. He was 2 seconds faster than Shiren. So Shiren, he's going to have to pull his socks up, or he'll find these guys behind him will start catching him up. Electric, he's just crossing the line to finish his third lap with an 8:02. Uncle B, only 23 seconds behind him now, 16.9. Has Electric had a big off? Oh, he must have done. We must have just missed him having a bit of an off, because he had a bit of engine damage there. And Uncle B is near enough half that deficit. A 7:41 from Uncle B, 10 seconds behind Electric. The pressure's on for Electric now. And they've used over half a tank of fuel, the pair of these, in 3 laps. So in the next 2 laps, I imagine, we'll see them coming into the pits. And that will help Racer Brown, who's only 14.1 seconds behind Uncle B at the moment. On his racing hard tyres, did a 7:39, but that was an out lap, so it does not count. But no one's managed to get a lap time like Anton Poikas in the 7:28s. Drifts GG, 14.5 seconds behind Racer Brown, 25 seconds ahead of Noxie, but here at Nürburgring 24 seconds is barely nothing. It really isn't. One mistake and they're all on you. The closest battle though we have is, I imagine, Homesick and Guesty still pushing on. Similar fuel load, similar tyre wear. It's down to 2.8 seconds now. Homesick Alien pushing on to try and catch up with Guesty, sat on board with the Nissan driver. Homesick Alien trying to close that gap. And you really can see the speed of these Group 2 cars here is scary around at Nürburgring 24. Topping out at 187 miles an hour he was then. Just got a flash of the back of Guesty's car just disappearing over the brow of that hill. So he's seeing the foe he's chasing just up ahead. Seen Guesty can go very long in his Lexus. So far this season he's been doing a cracking job gaining places through pit stops. But at the moment, seen in third place, he's losing time, hand over fist to the Alien. The Alien closing that gap on him. Oh, and the Alien having to do lightning fast reactions to catch his car there as the back end stepped out over the curbs. And he's chasing down a Guesty, 2.1 seconds behind. Tight part of the section of track here at the moment. The Nissan looking very planted, looking very solid around these corners. And Guesty losing a bit more time on. Oh, and there you see how difficult it is for these drivers going around the corners there. And Guesty, happy days, pulling a little bit further away from the Alien now, up to 3 seconds between the two of them. Electric, he's lost a bit of time to Uncle B, but only by about a second. He's down to a quarter of a tank of fuel. The tyres still looking solid at the moment. Uncle B, similar tyre wear on the racing softs, similar fuel load. Racer Brown, 17.3 seconds behind Uncle B. Trivs, still 23 seconds ahead of Noxie. Oh, Noxie having a little go with the barrier, and Turtle will be enjoying that. He can close that time down between him and the Lexus driver. Triv GG just keeping his head down, keeping it tidy in his Lexus. With the lone Honda out there chasing down Electric. He's got another second on Electric. So Electric is only going to be a lap or so, and he'll be having a mirror full of pink Honda. With Racer Brown still maintaining that 18 seconds behind. Oh, and Racer Brown having an off as well. The lack of grip on those hard tyres giving him some jip. Anton Poika, meanwhile, 20-second lead, still no mistakes, not one scratch on that car. The livery still intact from when it started. Awesome stuff from the Flying Finn as he makes his way around in his Nissan, and we're coming very close to an hour left in this race. 1 hour and 1 minute to go. We've done 29 minutes so far of racing, only one stop to speak of. Sharon then in second. He's only 7 seconds ahead of Guesty. Homesick Alien, he's got closer. He's 1.2 seconds behind Guesty. Get on board with Guesty and look back at his spoiler. You can see that Nissan just chasing us down. And Guesty's tyres still looking quite solid. I mean, I imagine he's lost a bit of grip out there. He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel, as so have most of them out there. We saw Electric and Uncle B, UB, similar fuel loads. And Guesty managing to just pull away from the Alien again by about a second. So these guys are to-in and fro-in with their times. Guesty, his eyes on stalks, and there he goes, a nice long straight. Let's see what he tops out at. 170, 180 miles an hour. The car's starting to scream. 182. Anton Poika's into the pits, so Anton Poika has decided to pit now, and I imagine a lot of them will be. Sharon, will he go in the pits? He's got a quarter of a tank of fuel. I imagine a quarter of a tank of fuel. We'll see him around another lap, and he is going for another lap. And yeah, Anton Poika had more fuel on board than that. So an no, Sharon did come in. Sorry, I thought he drove past the pits. Guesty's gone back. Oh my lord! Oh, pulled away at the wrong time. Guesty dropping back from Homesick Alien, but Homesick Alien taking it into the pits. So they're all pitting on the end of lap 4. As Anton Poika back out, another set of super softs, only 3/4 of a tank. Interesting. You think he would have filled it, but no. He's opted just to go for 3/4 of a tank of fuel there. And he's back out as Guesty does come into the pits. Sharon back out again. And he's only gone 3/4 of a tank as well. Interesting. Electric. Going to come into the pits. Where is that pit lane then? I thought it was there where they were just driving past. Oh, there it is where the cones are. So Electric into the pits, and Uncle B also coming into the pits. So Racer Brown, who pitted a lot earlier, put some hard tyres on. He did a 7:39, so it's a great lap on those hard tyres. He's some way off though. That pit lane, so I imagine Electric and Uncle B maybe getting back out. Well, no, he's there now, isn't he? Oh, and he's coming as well. Interesting stuff. Oh my lord, Racer Brown is freaking me out with his pit stop strategies. I thought he was going to carry on around there, gain some ground on those guys. Maybe he didn't like the hard tyre. Trivs GG. I imagine they're all having to pit because of fuel, but they're not. Oh, Trivs GG didn't quite make the pit lane. Is he going to be able to go back in? Sometimes there is a pit glitch. If you go past the pit entrance, it won't let you pit. It just drives you through the pit lane, but we'll see. For Trivs GG, that will be terrible for him because it's hard to get around here. His pit crew are coming out, so he might have got away with that, but I have seen in the past, if you slide by the pit lane, it won't let you make a pit stop, but it looks good for him at the moment. Noxie He'll be coming in. His back tyres are pretty much mullered there. And Turtle also will need to make a pit. Yeah, he has stopped. It looks like it's allowed him. So Racer Brown, 16.3 seconds behind Uncle B. He's put the super softs on, with Anton Poika leading the way. Shuren in second, 26 seconds behind. Homesick Alien, 10 seconds behind Shuren, and 6 seconds ahead of Guesty. Electric, only a second now, only a second ahead of Uncle B. UB in the lone Honda, the Pink Piggy chasing down the Irishman. What can he do? Like I said, very tight, very twisty track. Not many opportunities to overtake around here. So it's going to be a very big battle for Uncle B when he reaches Electric. He's 4/10. He's getting a nice toe down this part of the track. Honda looks quite lively, doesn't it? It's shifting around a lot underneath him. This bumpy track, bouncing the cars from left to right. And these drivers having to do all they can to keep them going in the right direction. He's topping out around here. Heavy on the brakes for this right-hander, down to seconds. Chasing down Electric, it's 7/10 now. On the back of Electric so far. Looking one way, looking another. It's just not the opportunity there for him. And the more he gets snagged up behind Electric, Racer Brown will be catching him on his super soft tyres. Unless he has another off. He should be putting in some super lap times now, Racer Brown. 35 minutes through this race so far. We're on lap 5. Anton Poika's probably on lap 6. And oh, there you go. Electric getting through that section of track a lot better than Uncle B's Honda. UB trying his best to keep that Honda under control as he chases down the Nissan ahead of him. The car just wants to slide, doesn't it? Just wants to skid. He tries to keep it under control, and there he's gained a lovely bit of ground on Electric. Back to 8/10 now. As they come through the left-hander, heading up to a fast right-hander going uphill. Oh yes, beautiful move there, maneuver. It's not an overtake, but it was just a nice move in the corner, I'd say, from Uncle B. As he chases down Electric. It's 5/10 between the two of them. Car wobbling around. The bumps are absolutely killing them around here at the Nürburgring 24 for round 10 of the Super GT Championship. The showdown between Anton Poika and Racer Brown. But Racer Brown having a coming together with this man, UB, early doors and waiting for him, has put himself right out of contention. And Racer Brown's dropped back a bit more from UB as UB makes the move on Electric. And it looked a little sloppy, but he's managed it. He went sideways over the apex of the corner there, but he managed to keep the car under control. And now he is ahead of Electric, but he's 47 seconds behind Guesty. He's going to have to do some super lap times to try and catch up the Lexus driver. And yeah, Racer Brown dropping back even further from those. Oh no, Electric's back ahead. I pulled away at the wrong time. Somehow Electric managing to get back ahead of Uncle B. And there, Uncle B back ahead of Electric. So unsure what happened there. Maybe Electric give Uncle B a knock and has let him back through, because it didn't really look like that was a racing move, that second manoeuvre. So Uncle B trying to get away from Electric now and catch up Guesty, who's 51 seconds ahead of him. Oh my God, where's Racer Brown? Electric, Trivs GG, Noxie, Turtle. I think Racer Brown's been disconnected. Racer Brown out of it altogether, it seems. So Anton Poika is going to be the champion of Season 2 of the Super GTs. No matter where he finishes, he's got it. So a huge congratulations there for Anton Poika. And winning this is just the cherry on top for him. Shiren in second place, Homesick Alien in third. Ahead of Guesty in fourth, Uncle B in fifth place, Electric in sixth, Trivs GG in seventh, Noxy in eighth, and Turtle up into ninth place. And where did Racer Brown go? His car must have just blown up in a ball of flames. And he's the host, so let's hope his internet isn't playing up too much, because then we'll lose this altogether. And we are nearly 40 minutes into this race, well, 39 minutes into this race, with 51 minutes left to go. And that man there is Season 2 Super GT champion, Anton Poika. I think that might be his first VRC champion, so that is again a new champion in the Virtual Racers Club. We always love it when there's someone new to add to the Hall of Legends, the Hall of Champions, but you know, they're legends in their own right. So Shiren 28.6 seconds behind Anton Poika. Homesick Alien trying to catch up the Russian sensation, but the Russian sensation isn't making any mistakes today. He's not messing about, and he wants that second spot. Now Shiren, how far? I think Shiren was way too far behind Racer Brown in the table to make any headway on Racer Brown. If Racer Brown scores nothing here, I don't know though. 26 points behind is Shiren from Racer Brown. You get 14 points, 14, oh, I've got to do maths live on air, that'd be terrible. 28, 42, yeah, Shiren could move up into second in the championship. I mean, second place isn't such a great job. I mean, it isn't, you don't get anything for second place, but still, bragging rights. San1 in the chat saying, great job, Anton Poika. He's not put a foot wrong so far. He's not put a scratch on that livery, and he's won the championship. So he's doing absolutely a stunning job out there. 30 seconds ahead of Shiren, who looks set to move up into second place in the championship. And I'm not going to do maths for everyone. I don't think Homesick can move anywhere. Even though he's ahead of Guesty, it'll only be an extra 3 points. And he's a lot more than that behind Guesty. And I don't think Homesick Alien is finishing there in third. 13 points, 26, 39 points. No, I think he's more than 39 points. Oh, I think, he's more than 39 points behind Racer Brown. So he won't move ahead of Racer Brown in the championship. But my lord, my gosh, what a surprise. Just check in to see if there's any news from Racer Brown in anything. Nothing there, so Racer Brown, I'm not sure where he's gone. So Shiren in second, he's probably outside kicking the bins. So Shiren in second place. He chose the calendar though. He's got no one to blame him except for himself. He chose a Nürburgring 24, and a nasty track by anyone's standards. Some people like it. I don't mind it. I wouldn't want to race there. I don't mind having a little drive around just for fun, but to race there is god awful. But Anton Poika, it doesn't feel that way. He's absolutely owning this track at the moment. and then some. Another 3 seconds on Shiren. Homesick Alien is closing up on the Russian there. Homesick Alien could do Racer Brown a bit of a favour here, I believe. Maybe. I'm not sure. If Racer Brown, if Homesick can get that second place from Shiren, if that stops Shiren taking second place from Racer Brown. Oh, I can't do these maths. Like I said, it's 13 points for third place. So that's 39 points. No, 39 points will still put Shiren ahead of Racer Brown. So second or third for Shiren still means he moves ahead of Racer Brown in the championship. Anton Poika, though, meanwhile, is already champion, I believe. I think you can say that, safely say that, with no Racer Brown in this race anymore. That definitely puts Anton Poika head and shoulders above the Racer Brown. Shiren in second spot, losing time. Oh no, Homesick's had an issue. Homesick's had an issue and Guesty's caught him up. Guesty's through. Guesty is up and through. Now, I don't know if that helps Guesty somewhat. I'm not going to keep doing math, okay? The only position it really matters is the person who wins the championship, and that is Anton Poika, and he has definitely done that. So, Homesick Alien then making a small mistake, giving Guesty the opportunity, and Shiren can relax a little bit now. He was seeing that time behind him drop in by handfuls. He was down to nearly 6.5 seconds from 10 seconds. And now it's back up to 15 seconds. But no, Guesty now is having it off. Homesick Alien and Guesty taking it in turns. My word. So Homesick Alien back into that podium position with Guesty getting underway. They're all right. They've got Uncle B. He's quite a distance behind them, nearly a minute's distance behind them. He's pulled away from Electric by 7 seconds. Electric is 1 minute 43 seconds ahead of Trivs. Trivs is 24 seconds ahead of Noxie, who's 1 minute 14 seconds ahead of Turtle. And the only two, say, I haven't seen Shiren have any offs either. So the two up front haven't made a single mistake in this race. Unbelievable stuff from the pair of them. And Anton Poika just decimating the rest of the field. No one can get close. Another fastest lap from Anton Poika as he does a 7:26.3, and I don't think anyone else has managed to get it into the 20s. A 7:33.6 from Shiren as he comes down that long straight. Homesick Alien at 7:36, Guesty at 7:36, Uncle B a 7:41, Electric a 7:44, and Racer Brown seems to have been back. He's back from the garden, kicking the bins, and he says congratulations to Anton Poika. Oh, Racer Brown, I feel for you, man. Just, you chose the calendar, dude. What was you thinking? Saint Croix would have been a better one. Yeah. Saint Croix could have been a safer bet. I don't know what tracks we haven't raced in the Super GTs. Just better alternatives for next season. Look at Discord. Okay, I will do, my friend. I will do. Cool. No, that's fair enough. So, Racer Brown, he's got other things to be thinking about. So, I'll say no more. So Anton Poika doing an absolute cracking job out there in the lead, with Shiren in second place. Homesick Alien holding on to that third, with Guesty just dropping off the track as he got past Homesick. So these two, close battling between the two of them. And I believe that's all the way. We're down to 42.5 minutes left of racing. We're over halfway in this race done. And still only one stop between these guys. Uncle B in 5th place. with Electric in 6th. 14 seconds behind Uncle B now. Trivs a minute 50 behind Electric. I don't think Trivs needs Electric to fall off the track quite a lot. Noxie though, 33 seconds behind Trivs. Noxie, if he gets his head down, they'll know the track after this, surely. And, oh no, and Noxie off the track as I spoke. Oh, I'm really cursing everyone here. Well, I think it's just one of those things. It's the Nürburgring. Like I said, it's a tough track to memorize, and it's a tough battle out there. So Anton Poyker leading the way from Shuren. Shuren now 40 seconds adrift. He's 21 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. It's going to take a lot for the Alien to catch up Shuren, but he was catching him up. So maybe, possibly he can. Shuren doing a 35.9 his last time around. Homesick Alien at 46, but I think he had an off, which helped Guesty. Guesty only 6.6 seconds behind the Alien. But these two struggling to stay on the grey stuff for a whole lap. Uncle B, pretty much a lonely race. Oh, Uncle B just doing his fastest with a 7:40.8. We'll be looking for those next pit stops with Trivs GG in 7th spot, Noxie in 8th, and Turtle there in 9th place. He's just recently pitted, put some super softs on. Ooh, a little slight off, but he's survived that. So Noxie some 52.5 seconds ahead of him on the racing softs. Turtle's got a big hill to climb, but it's not all out. Like I said, it's the Nürburgring 24, and anything could happen. One big off, and it's all over. The guys will be all closed up again. As Anton Poyker making his way around. They're engraving the trophy for him now. They'd already put Anton on there. They've just changed it to Poyker. They've just put the Poyker on the end of it. Shuren in 2nd place. The Russian sensation is 20.5 seconds ahead of the Alien. The Alien pushing hard to try and catch up for that 2nd spot. He's pulled another second out on Guesty. You can't count Guesty out. Guesty down to a quarter of a tank of fuel now. So the next round of pit stops for these guys. Ooh, Uncle B looking after his fuel a little bit better, but he's going to be over a pit stop behind those guys. Looks like it's about 30 seconds for a pit stop. And Homesick Alien and Guesty will be doing one soon. Shuren also looking like he's going to be coming into the pit stop area. And Anton Poyker as well. They all pitted at around about a quarter of a tank. So I imagine they're going to be doing that again pretty soon. So Anton Poyker, 42.8 second lead in this race. Let's have a look at the track. Let's see the master at work here. Beautifully driven by Anton Poyker so far. He's had an absolutely flawless season. Him and Racer Brown racing tooth and nail, sharing the wins. I'm not sure anyone else has won in the Super GT this season. With these two out there in their Nissans. Anton Poyker showing us how to drive the Nürburgring 24. Smooth inputs on the wheel, you might notice. There's no seesawing of that wheel. But yeah, a little one. A little one down the straight, just for fun. But yeah, smashing out 184 miles an hour, topping out down the straight as we head up. Now I always brake too much at this corner. That one's flat out. Then here, roughly, just a dab on the, no, see, flat out, I'll brake for that one. Then it's heavy on the brakes. This is very tight. Right-hander going into the left in third gear. And opening the car up, and is he coming into the pits? No. Down the straight there, he's done a 7:28. It's unbelievable lap times from this man. Then we're onto the GP track. So braking down to the first corner, first gear. Oh, then it's a left, joining another part of the track, the GP track. We've got a left downhill, fourth gear. Again, nice smooth inputs from the Finnish driver. Around the right-hander. So fourth gear. So we head down to the hairpin. Into third. Second gear on the apex. Back up through the gears. Shiren still in second. Homesagalian in third. Guesty fourth. Uncle B in fifth. Electric sixth. Drift GG in seventh. And Noxie in eighth. Then down to third for this left-hander. Very long right hand there. And we've got this very fast right-hander. It's near enough just a kink. Not even a lift as they go up there. And this on the track is where the chicane is, but I think circumvents the chicane. It's a bit of a wider chicane. And then we join the old track again. There we go. Make our way around. We're on lap 8 so far. Only 35 minutes left of racing to do here. And Anton Poiga is showing us how you drive in the lead and win at Nürburgring 24, doing a, like I said, it's very smooth inputs. You can see inputs are smooth, doesn't go too much onto the curbs. He does an absolutely cracking job out there. Just slight movement on the wheel, nothing too overhanded, no heaviness. Screaming the Nissan out all the way over this track. Going left and right, then a bit heavy onto the brakes. Down to third gear for this right-hander. Back onto the accelerator, up to fourth, fifth. Sixth gear as we go down the hill. Little lift there for that left-hand kink. Heavy on the brakes, second gear in this tight section of the track. Again, very tempting to go up onto that curb, but Anton Poiga doesn't. He stays off of the curbs. And that is key here. That's key for that smoothness to get around. Again, ooh, a little wiggle there though from Anton. Beautifully driven lap here for us. Enjoying this at home. Away down the hill again. Lift around this right-hander. And heavy on the brakes there. Third gear. Down to second. Makes his way around back to the right-hander. Back up the accelerator. Back up the gears. And then we'll come into another heavy braking area. Third gear. Down to second for this corner, is it? Just third? Wow. So third gear, up the hill. Nothing's changed behind us. Shiren still in second, Homesagalian in third. Guesty is fourth. Uncle B Darren in fifth with Electric sixth. Triv GG seventh and Noxie eighth. Turtle in ninth spot. We'll go through the track in a second. Through the pack, sorry. Just enjoying a little bit of the Finnish driver, the champion of season 2, driving around the Nürburgring here, looking absolutely in control of his Nissan. Seeing how an expert does it around here. That's Beautiful stuff. Down to second gear here. Nice and smooth. All his inputs are very smooth. The steering, the accelerator, braking, he's around the carousel. Beautiful stuff there. The accelerator again. Towards the left-hander. Long left. Just knocks it down to fifth. Slides it around that corner virtually. Beautiful driving. He's now 47 seconds ahead of the Russian sensation. As we head around down the hill, you can see it's very bumpy. The car bouncing around all over the place. To the longer left-hander. Carrying on down the hill to the right-hander, and the car, the weight of the car all shifts to the front, so it understeers a little bit through these sections. Now we're going back slightly uphill again through this section of a track, and Anton Boyka puts no foot wrong whatsoever. Absolutely cracking driving from the Finnish driver, the Flying Finn, on his way to his first VRC championship. We've seen him taking part in the WRX challenge, looking very strong in that. But this championship has been cater-made for him. It really has. He's done an absolutely super job this season. He's not had many races where he's not been on the podium. I think maybe one, possibly two races this season where he's not managed to get on the podium. And he's doing an absolutely awesome job out there. The fuel's low now, it's flashing as he's going along the long straight. Looks like he may have turned his engine down a bit. He's not getting right to the top of that rev limiter as quick. Comes along this straight. Shiren in second with Homesick Alien third. Guesty in fourth. Uncle B in fifth, Electric sixth, Tribs in seventh, Noxy eighth, and Turtle in ninth. Here he comes. And that pretty much is a lap of the Nürburgring, sat on board with Tribs GG as he goes into the pits. And I imagine everyone else is going to be following him. Shiren low on fuel, with Homesick Alien also needing to make a pit stop, and he's pulled 20 seconds out all that time we've been sat with Tribs. But oh yeah, guess his fuel not looking too healthy. He's probably turned his engine down a little bit, losing time on Homesick Alien. Uncle B Darren though, plenty of fuel there. A great opportunity for Uncle B Darren to close up on Guesty. He's a minute behind him at the moment, 18 seconds ahead of Electric. Tribs GG is 2 minutes down on Electric, 35 seconds ahead of Noxy. Noxy looking good though, no need for a pit stop from him. Tribs also, oh, Tribs having a bit of an off, giving the front of his car a bump. So Noxy might be able to close up that gap. Anton Boyka back out on track after a pit stop before Shiren even got to his pits. And they're lovely tyres there for the Shiren Dunlop, the Illuminous. Is it Dunlop? Yeah, it looks like Dunlop. I might be wrong. No, it's Pirelli, is it? Can't quite read them. But yeah, I love the luminous writing on his tyres. Yeah, Dunlop. Dunlop. Drizzers or something like that. But yeah, lovely luminous colours. Homesick Alien also into the pits to change his Bridgestones, I'm guessing. Yeah, lovely Bridgestones. Guesty, he's just coming up to his pit stop now. I'm obsessed with what people's tyres are now. He's got a set of Bridgestones on as well, same as Homesick Alien. Oh, he's really low on fuel, look at that. Wow, very tight for fuel for Guesty as Homesick Alien gets out back on track again. 22.4 seconds behind Shiren. Shiren's gone for a set of super softs. Homesick Alien's gone for a set of softs. And I believe that could possibly be the last stop of the race. 27 minutes left to do. So can Shiren make those super softs last all the way till the end? Anton Poiker there. Gone for a set of softs at the end there. 3/4 of a tank of fuel. So could be interesting racing. Well, no one's catching up Anton Poiker, is it? Let's face it. It's going to be a tough job for Homesick Alien to try and catch up Shiren. Homesick has a bit of an off, guessed he might catch him up again. Uncle B into the pits, and I can't see his tyres, they ain't got nothing written on them. So he said no to any kind of sponsorship, even sponsors on the tyres he wishes not for. So Uncle B into the pits, and Electric, I assume, will be coming in. His tyres looking quite old and done. He's got himself a nice set of Michelins on there. Old school for Electric. Set of Michelins for the Nissan driver. Trips GG. I imagine he's going to come in as well. Noxie might be staying out there for a bit longer, which will put him ahead of Trips GG. So that could be quite interesting between those two drivers at the moment. That is the closest battle, I believe. Tactically, we've got on track the Lexus, two Lexus drivers, isn't it? Yeah, Trips GG is also in a Lexus. And Noxie, with his half a tank of fuel. Trips GG possibly needing a pit stop at the end of this. We did see that Anton Poiker and Homesick and Shiren managed to get around a lap on that 1/4 of a tank of fuel. So Trips GG possibly won't stop at the end of this lap, but he's quite away from the pit stop. His fuel will drop a little bit lower than that. Ooh, just saving the car there from the grass was Trips GG, as Noxie trying to catch him up. 22 seconds apart at the moment. Trips GG in his Lexus. He'll be looking to jump a couple of people, I believe, in the table. If I can find the table again. Trips GG sitting in ninth place, in the table, 96 points. Uncle B's finishing ahead of him, so he's not going to be able to get ahead of Uncle B. But there's no Jocus, no Kale. So Trivs, I don't know though, down in 7th. He might not catch Kale up, but I imagine he's definitely going to get ahead of a Jocus in this. Noxie on 67 points, Trivs on 96. There goes Trivs into the pit lane, and it looks like he's got a set of Bridgestones as well, or has he got Advan? We'll see. I'm obsessed with tyres at this point in the race. I don't know why. We've just got under 24 minutes left of racing as Trivs GG pulls up, and a nice fresh set of, I can't see, yeah, Firestone, Bridgestone, aren't they? Bridgestones go on his car as he tops up with fuel. And Noxie does go through. So Noxie, an interesting strategy battle here between Trivs GG and Noxie. Noxie with a bit of fuel to burn for the next lap or two. 23 minutes to go. What's that mean? We've got 3 laps at minimum left of this race. We're on lap 9 at the moment. Anton Poiker though, now 53.1 seconds ahead of Shiren. Like I said, hasn't put a foot wrong so far in this race. Has been absolutely solid and a worthy champion. With Shiren in 2nd place, 25 seconds ahead of the Alien. Has had a good, solid race also. We haven't seen him make any mistakes. Hasn't had the pace of Anton today, but has anyone really? I don't think anyone's cracked the 20s, whereas Anton's mainly been in the 20s. 7:28 on lap 2, 7:28 on lap 7:25, but that was an outlap. 7:26.3 is his fastest, then the 7:28 before his pit stop. So Anton Poiker really on form here at the Nürburgring. Homesick Alien, his fastest today at 7:32.6. What did I say? At 7:33.6. So Homesick a little faster than Shiren, but just too many mistakes from the Alien this day to be able to get that second spot. It's only 24 seconds behind Shiren. If he can just go a second faster than Shiren in every lap now till the end, he could possibly get the Rusky, but it's a massive call to do so. Guesty 21 seconds behind the Alien, similar pace between himself and the Alien, similar mistakes. So he has closed up another second on the Alien though. The Alien on the softs, so is Guesty in the Lexus. Electric doing an absolutely stand-up job there for 5th place in the middle of the pack. Where's Uncle B? Oh, we've lost Uncle B. Oh my lord. So 2 DNFs today. Uncle B's disappeared. God knows what happened to him. He does have issues with internet sometimes, and it looks like Uncle B has dropped out as well. And Electric having a big mistake, but he's got a good 2 minutes on Trivs, so he can afford that mistake. But he loses out to Guesty. But yeah, oh my word, we've lost the Pink Pig, the lone Honda, UB out of this race with only 20 minutes to go. He must be absolutely screaming, and that's good for who was it who could have gained on him in the table. I said Trivs GG. Yeah, Trivs GG could jump Jokers and Uncle B in this race then, but I don't think he can jump Kale. But yeah, Trivs GG staying where he is in 6th place. I don't know what 6th place gets. I'm trying to find the points. I'm really bad with Discord. Give me a sec. I'm in the wrong part. Oh god, it's put me right to the top of Discord. I want to be in the Super GT part. So the points, 5th place gets 11 points, so that's 33 points. No, 6th place, sorry. So that's 30 points Trivs GG can score, and he's only 14 points behind both Jokers and Uncle B. So Trivs GG could jump 2 places in this championship. He's just pitted. Oh, Noxie must have made a mistake, because Noxie was ahead of Trivs GG. He's dropped behind him again. So Trivs GG back up to 6th ahead of Noxie. Turtle running in 8th at the moment. He's only a minute He's a minute and 40 seconds behind Noxie, with Noxie being 3.3 seconds behind Trivs. Trivs is 2 minutes 20 seconds behind Electric. Electric is a minute 54 seconds behind Guesty. Guesty 22 seconds behind the Alien. The Alien 26.4 seconds behind Shiren. Shiren has raised his game this latter half of this race. We saw the Alien caught him up quite a bit early doors, but now just can't quite get the lap times that Shiren is producing. Anton Poiker nearly a minute ahead of the rest of the field, with 18 minutes remaining in this race. And Anton Poiker is absolutely obliterated the rest of the field. A super race ran by the Finnish driver, car 62, the Nissan. He's had a solid season. I can see if I can count his wins, but he's had a fair few of them in this championship. So Anton Poiker, 8, 9, 10, 11 wins. 11 wins so far out of a possible 18. Yeah, out of possible 18 wins, he's had 11 wins. So a solid drive from Anton Poyka this season. And this win, race number 19, will make it 12 wins. And I don't think there's anyone's going to contest that. It's only the internet that can beat him now, and he's always had a solid internet. Mama Homesick saying, I believe Homesick started work at 2:30 a.m. this morning, so maybe flagging a bit and prone to a few mistakes. Oh, there you go, Homesick Alien. Absolutely smashing the hours out. 2:30 a.m. That's virtually a night shift. He must be absolutely battered out there, but he's not catching up with Shiren any, but he's not losing time to Guesty. I don't know what Guesty's excuse is, but Homesick Alien, 2:30 a.m. That's ridiculous. I was still at work at 2:30 a.m. So Anton Poyka leading the way from Shiren. Homesick Alien in third place. A cracking podium for the Alien to finish his season off in the Super GTs. Guesty in fourth. And I think Homesick Alien, no, he was too far behind Guesty to be able to catch him. And Shiren, I believe, will be able to move ahead of Racer Brown in the championship. But like I said, that's just their little mini battles. It's the win that is mainly the important thing. And that's what Anton Poyka's going to get in this championship. So Guesty there, fourth place, 15 seconds to go. 15 minutes to go in this race. Electric there in fifth, gaining from Uncle B's DNF. And that's a solid drive at the Nürburgring 24 to get fifth place. Trivs GG, he's still ahead of Noxy. Noxy's going to have to pit pretty soon though. So Trivs GG looks like he's got that sixth place all wrapped up. Noxy, I can't see he's going to be able to go 2 laps on that fuel. With only 14 and a half minutes left of racing. Anton Poyka coming down the long straight. So he's going to have to do two more laps in his Nissan here for the Nürburgring 24-hour round 10 of the Super GT Season 2. And as Mama Homesick points out, Homesick Alien, it's been a long day for him. And he's probably feeling rather tired in that car, fighting those eyes, those eyelids. We want him to close. But he's not losing time to Guesty, which is the most important part. He's gained a little bit on Shiren, in fact. It was, what, 26 seconds? Oh, Shiren having a rest, it looks like. He's gone into a pause as he goes down the straight. He must be having a stretch in his legs out, maybe a bit of cramping from the Russian sensation. Are we seeing then the Russian sensation starting to have issues in the last 13 minutes? He's lost a bit of time to the Alien. As they go down the straight, when you see him ghost, that means they've paused to get up to that full speed, pause it. Gives them an opportunity to have a drink, stretch their legs. Anton Poyka not needing any of that. UB in the chat saying, sorry, had to exit. Personal reasons, sorry. So, hey, no man, it's not my issue. I didn't, I know you sometimes the internet can give up on you. You should have just said the internet. But yeah, I'm sorry you couldn't make the end of the race. There was only 20 minutes left to go, UB. So I'm gutted for you, man. And you're going to lose a position to Trivs GG in the championship. So Homesick just manages to post his fastest lap of the race, a 7:31.2. As Shiren manages a 7:35.6. It's 22 seconds difference between the two of them. And there's still, I'd say, 2 laps to go. They're going to get around again before the timer runs out. Anton Poika absolutely flying now. He's got it up to 1 minute 3 seconds. Doing some super lap times out there at the moment. Electric in 5th. He's all on his own. 2 minutes behind Guesty, over 2 minutes ahead of Trivs GG. Trivs GG is slowly pulling away from Noxie. Well, I think he might have turned his car down. I think he's going to try and go all the way in this race to the end. But it's going to be a struggle for him. Trivs GG might be able to jump Jokus and UB in this championship. I'll have to wait until the tables are released. Don't trust my math, for heaven's sakes. And a Turtle there in his Gulf Nissan. We haven't seen much of it this race, so with his Ninja Turtle helmet, Raphael going around and giving it some large ones and a little bump with the barrier. Car 63 rearranging himself, getting himself going again. It looks like he's been lapped. It looks like Shiren's just coming up to lap him now. Oh no, Homesick Alien just lapping him as he gets himself underway again. So Homesick Alien putting a lap on the last place there around here at the Nürburgring 24. 10 minutes left of racing here, with Anton Poika leading the way. Shiren in a second spot, 21 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien 22 seconds ahead of Guesty. They're all quite topped up for fuel. Definitely going to go to the end of this race. Then we have Electric in a solid 5th place, doing a super job. Trivs GG. For a second then I got nervous because Trivs GG didn't have a time between him and Electric, but he's still going. And Noxie's lost a load of time on Trivs. So, no he hasn't. It's 12 seconds, 13 seconds. Oh, the time is playing all sorts of silly buggers at the moment. Turtle again. Seat fatigue really starting to kick into some of these drivers. Lots of small mistakes being made. Electric doing fine. Oh, there's another yellow. That'll be Turtle, won't it? Yeah, because Turtle's just going to get lapped up by Guesty. Go on, Turtle, you can do it. But Anton Poika still leading, with Shiren doing a 35 his last time around. Homesick doing a 31. No one else being able to crack into the 20s like Anton Poika has managed in this race. Guesty there in 4th. 22.9 seconds behind the Alien. Homesick Alien just willing Shiren to have an off, I imagine, a big one, to try and catch up the Russian sensation. Finishing 2nd in this race would be an awesome feat, or getting on the podium is just as good. But Homesick wanting to push on, try and catch up the Russian. He's got another second on the Russian, but like I said, we're on the penultimate lap. It'll be this lap and then the next, and it'll all be over. Someone will be rushing off to work. Sort the pack lunch out. My pot noodle. Get me pot noodle, a couple of packs of crisps, pepperami. Although I'm not having lunch. I don't know how that's going to work out, because I'm not here now. I've been doing this, so I'm going hungry tonight. I'm going to have to try and sneakily eat me pot noodle when no one's looking. Pat saying, I can only imagine how hard it is to do 90 minutes around here. I wouldn't be keen on it. I couldn't. Oh, Shiren's having a big off. This is what Homesick Alien wants. He's losing the back end. He's all the way around. And oh my God, we've got drama here in the penultimate lap. Homesick Alien closing the gap on the Russian sensation. This is not what Shiren needed. He's got himself going again. He's got himself going. How close is Homesick Alien? This is crazy stuff. Shiren, though, it looks like he might have got away with it. It's down to 4.5 seconds. 4 seconds. Homesick Alien's now got something to drive for. He's going to be pushing hard, with Shiren now trying to get back under control, get his head back in the game. And oh my lord, 3 seconds between himself and the Russian sensation, and it's going to be very tight. It's under 3 seconds, and oh my word, we've got drama here on the final, penultimate lap of this race. We've got 6 minutes and 40 seconds left of racing, and we saw Shiren drop it in the biggest possible way, losing a whole heap of time, giving Homesick Alien a little bit of hope, giving him something to drive for at the end of this race. Second place is there for the grabbings. He's been slightly quicker than Shiren on most laps, and can he just do it in this or the final lap? He can see the red Nissan just ahead of him, and now Shiren's going to have to push a little bit because he's going to have the Alien pushing him on. It's 2 seconds between the two of them, and oh my lord, can you believe it? Shiren trying to regain his composure, get himself back into the swing of things. He's going to have a bit of mud on his tyres. His tyres aren't going to be as grippy as they were, and the Alien will know that. 2.5 seconds, and this is the drama we were waiting for. We saw Shiren pausing down the straights. We know that he's probably getting a little bit of leg cramp, maybe a bit of dehydration. It's been a long race. There he is. He's paused again. He definitely is resting on that straight. Homesick Alien 2.5 seconds behind him. But we know Homesick Alien's had a really long day, and it's going to be nip and tuck at the end. Can the Russian sensation make it around that final lap with no mistakes? Can the Alien close the gap between himself and the Russian? Who knows? Who knows in this race? Anton absolutely doing a cracking job out the front there. Guesty 21 seconds behind this battle that's heating up, but the Russian managing to pull away a little bit from the Alien. And Shiren is on those super softs. He'll have a bit more grip in the corners than the Alien as they go through the GP part of the track. And it looks like the Russian's got it back under control again, giving himself a purple in the first sector. Homesick Alien. Oh, we must have missed it. Going through the first sector. But he can see the Russian in front of him. I bet he can't believe how close he is come the end of this race. 3 seconds between the two drivers, and Homesick Alien trying to push on, trying to gain on the Russian sensation. And can he do it? It's going to be very tight as they start their final lap. They've only got 4 minutes left on the clock as they make their way around here. The Nürburgring 24, 1.5 hours of racing, triple points on grabs for these guys. Shiren looked like a shoe-in, certainly looked like it was a definite second place for him, but now uncertainty creeping into the Russian's mind. He'll be getting a knock on his confidence. He'll be thinking, can I do it? I've got to do it. I've got to do it. But can he do it? With Homesick Alien closing the gap, and everyone knows it's the Alien you do not want behind you. He is fast. As they close up, it's still holding at 3 seconds as they're on this final lap. The timer will run out before the end of the lap. So this is the lap that Homesick Alien is going to have to do the business as they come over the brow of the hill. And Homesick Alien's fastest lap so far in this race is a 7:31.2. The Russian sensation, oh, he's gone. His fastest lap. It was early doors. It's very tight, 2.6 seconds between the two of them. We'll have a quick look through the field. Anton Poika leading by nearly 1 minute 26 seconds from Shiren. Shiren 2.6 seconds ahead of Homesick Alien. Homesick Alien 22.2 seconds ahead of Guesty. Guesty is 2 minutes 30 seconds, 28 seconds, 29 seconds ahead of Electric. Electric is 2 minutes 46 seconds ahead of Trivs GG. Trivs GG having a big off. Oh my god. So Noxie very close. Noxie, he's 23 seconds behind Trivs, and can he close the gap? He's coming up towards where Trivs is, but I think Trivs has got himself back underway, and it's going to be tight between these two come the end. But Noxie hasn't got much fuel on. He didn't opt to go for that pit, so he must have turned his fuel down. And Trivs GG trying to move on, but he's 12 seconds ahead of Noxie. I think Noxie's got the engine turned down, and there's not much he can do. Fuel's just flashing. We've got 1 minute 30 seconds left of racing. Sharon is 2.7 seconds ahead of the Alien as they make their way around. Turtle, they're in 8th place behind Noxie. They're getting blue flags, so that must be Anton Poika starting to catch them up. Sharon in second, 1.7 seconds between himself and the Alien. The pressure's on, 1.4 seconds between himself and the Alien, 1.2 seconds. The Alien really starting to push on now, and Sharon must be getting the fear. He must be starting to feel that pressure coming from the Alien as the Alien draws closer and closer, and Sharon must be in fear of that probe coming his way. Homesick Alien 1.3 seconds behind the Russian sensation right now. The two Nissan drivers going at it. 30 seconds remaining on the clock. It's going to be tight. And it looks like, oh yeah, Electric's through. Trivs hasn't quite got to the finish line yet. And I think he's going to be our first finisher. And I think Noxie just didn't have the fuel to attack Trivs after Trivs had that off. 5 seconds on the clock. And like I said, Electric's got through to start the lap. The final lap is showing. And we've got Anton Poika around the same sort of area as Trivs and... there's Turtle. Trivs on the straight. Noxie just going through the carousel. And so, and Noxie's had a bit of a spin then as we pulled away. No, there. So Trivs very safe in his position. Sharon, 3/10. It's 3/10 between these two Nissan drivers. Oh my gosh. So Homesick Alien closing up on the Russian, and can the Russian defend for a whole lap? It's going to be tight come the end of this race. Oh my word. And Homesick Alien trying to have a bit of a look at the other Nissan driver, Sharon, out there driving 14-13. And there's Homesick Alien having another look, and it's tight stuff between these two, and it's crazy racing. Talleyrand, it flies by. It does. An hour and a half of racing here, and Trivs does finish in 6th place. And I can't cut away. I do usually like to see him cross the lines, but how can you with these two fighting? Anton Poika's going to cross the line. Oh, Anton's having some donuts before he crosses the line. You might get in trouble for that. You're not meant to do things like that, Anton. Get across the line and take the championship. There you go. Anton Poika takes the win. Sharon battling it out as Noxie crosses the line for 7th place. And Sharon trying to defend here for the 2nd spot. Homesick Alien battling there for the 3rd. They're coming to near the end of the lap. And Sharon's got low fuel. Sharon, he's not going to be able to fuel save, really. He's just going to have to go all out to try and extend. And the Alien's getting a tow. The Alien's pulling out. Oh my God, they're side by side coming up to the final corner. Can Sharon stay ahead of the Alien? It's so tight now. They're side by side coming up. Homesick Alien's off the road. He's back on the road, and oh my Lord, he's gone behind the Russian. And the Russian looks like he might just maintain this at the moment. He's gone sideways. He's swirling around all over the place. Homesick Alien's off. Oh, Homesick Alien's had an off. And Sharon then brings it. Oh, he slowed down. He's slowed down for the Alien. Possibly he thinks that might have been his fault. He stopped, but the Alien doesn't want it. So Shiren finishes in second, Homesick Alien in third. Very gentlemanly there, Shiren, looking like he was trying to stop for the Alien. Here comes Guesty, home in fourth, and gets himself a cracking fourth place here at Nürburgring 24. Turtle bringing her home in eighth. I'm not sure if he's ahead of Electric. Yeah, he is. So Turtle bringing her home for eighth spot. And Anton Poika, what can you say? What a race that man had. Shiren only just getting that second spot. He almost tried to give it to the Alien, but the Alien denied it. He didn't want it. He stayed behind Shiren. Guesty in fourth. Sorry, I've got a lump in my throat. I must be upset about Anton winning. Either that or I just swallowed a bit of dust. So we're waiting for Turtle to bring her on home. He's down that long straight in his absolutely glorious Gulf liveried Nissan. A beautiful job done by our very own Koikarp. And he's bringing it on in there for that eighth place. Electric still making his way around a little further back from Turtle. As Turtle comes up through the final part of the track and gets himself a wonderful eighth spot. Good point still. And now Electric, we're waiting to bring it on home. Got 5 minutes remaining, but I'm pretty sure he'll get to the flag before that timer runs out. And what an absolutely cracking race we had. Anton Poika absolutely destroyed it. Triv GG falling asleep at the wheel. Awesome season. Thanks for having me. And as always, epic commentary there, Thingy. Top job. Hey, thanks, Trivs. Man, I think you've jumped 2 places in the championship. I think you've got yourself ahead of Uncle B and ahead of Jokers. So super stuff there. Super drive, Trivs, to that 6th spot. Mama Homesick saying, well done, Homesick. Brilliant racing. Very close there from the Alien and the Russian at the end. Racer Brown saying, what a championship from all. And Anton Poika smashed it. And thank you all for taking part. And thank you, Thingamajig. My absolute pleasure, my friend. Mama Homesick saying, well done all, and very exciting race. And here we go, Electric, the last to finish of the season, in 5th place. A super spot there from the Irishman. I will take you to the race results. And that will be that. There he goes. There's Anton with his little trophy. And he'll be joining the Hall of Champions pretty soon. Great job there from the Flying Finn. Brilliant stuff. So I'll take you to the race results for the last time this series, this championship. There will be a new one starting on a Tuesday, so keep an eye out for that. I think we're going back to the Global Touring Endurance, I don't know what it's called, GT Wes, G-Wes or something like that. But it's it'll be great. Mama Homesick in the chat saying, thanks, Thingy. Another brilliant commentary. There you go. Yes. Well, hopefully. I never know. So, there we go. The last race of the Super GT Championship for Season 2. We look forward to Season 3, possibly on the new console. Not new console, the new game. Triv GG saying, thank you. My goal was to clear the top 10, happy with the results, looking forward to WEC. That's it, World Endurance Championship, is it? Pat saying Group 3 World Endurance Series. There you go, that's what it is. It's the Group 3 World Endurance Series. I nearly got it right. Homesick Alien saying, congratulations, Anton. Well deserved, mate. Smashed this season. He did. With 12 wins out of 18, there is Anton Poika at the top of the finishers here at the Nürburgring 24 hours. And he did an absolutely super job. Shiren finishing in a close second place from Homesick Alien, who got the final podium position. Take a boo, my son. Well, take a pillar, man. If you've been up since 2:30 a.m., take a pillar, my son. Go and get some kip. Guesty there in fourth, Electric in fifth, Triv GG, where, oh, God knows, well, and for Anton, God knows what time it is in South Africa right now. And Finland, because we went back an hour, and I think they were already 2 hours ahead of us, so they're probably 3 hours ahead of us now. But Triv GG in sixth place, Noxie finishing in seventh, Turtle in eighth, and it shows Racer Brown in ninth, so maybe he'll still get some points out of this. And 10th was Uncle B. Darren, but he had to leave for one reason or another. What a race. Thank you. But thank you to you, the guys who've watched this, who've stuck with it and have enjoyed it some way. Anton Poyker got the fastest lap on lap 6 with a 7:26.358. And as Pat said, we've got the Group 3 World Endurance Series starting on a Tuesday. I don't know if there's a break or if it's starting next week, but you will see that in the replays, 11:42 p.m. in South Africa. So, yes, and we're just coming up to 9:45. Pat saying, yeah, 23:42 in South Africa, I think. Yeah. So, very late, Trivs. Go and get yourself some kip. Thank you for watching. I was your broadcaster and your commentator, Adam Zappel. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. I'm not going to go. We've got the GTMC coming up. Running on low on fuel here. I can imagine. Get yourself a nice warm Horlicks. I don't know if you have Horlicks over there. A warm glass of milk, and get yourself tucked up in bed, nice and cosy. Think of me, because I'm just about to rush around, get my lunch together, and go to work. Although I don't think there's point getting lunch. I don't know if I'll be allowed at lunchtime. So I'm just going to get myself together and go to work. Okay. So that's us. I was Adam Zappel. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you next time. We've got the GTMC. Oh, I was telling you what we got. GTMC on the replay at some point. Then on Friday evening, we're live again with the Megans and the Super Formulas at Lago Maggiore GP. And then on Sunday night, we've got the Beatles at Alsace. Don't miss a single second. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and join our Discord, because there's always good chat going on there. Thank you very much. Again, for the third time, I was Adam Zappel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Peace and love. Peace and love.